Hey guys. Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about cause and effect, problems, symptoms, and all this kind of stuff, and how we fix the problems if we get to the root cause, okay? So I'm going to use early extension. This is one of the biggest problems people have when they talk about wanting to be consistent. Early extension is the biggest caveat that's preventing them from having consistent ball contact and direction, okay? So let's explain what that is. If I come up here and I take a backswing, and on my downswing, I throw this club at the ground too soon on this side of the ball instead of on that side of the ball. If I let that happen, two problems with that. Number one, I'm increasing this distance between here and here, so it's going to be hard to figure out where the ground's going to be. So I compensate by chicken winging it or standing up, okay? And number two, as I extend early, my club wants to do this through the hit zone. The club face, and face angle is about 80-90% of where the ball's going to go. So if I'm doing this right at the moment of truth, I got a problem. If I turn through here and I end up doing that out in front of me, everything gets much more consistent. Okay, so the problem is early extension. So you'll see a lot of videos out there, how do we stop early extension? But that's not the core problem. That's not the root. Early extension is also a symptom of a different problem, and the problem is sequence. The problem is most people, I'm going to get this club, take it back, and from right here, this club head is going to that golf ball, and it's going to happen one of two ways. Either I will continue to rotate my body through here to bring the club in this way, or somewhere down here, my lower body is going to get slowed down, and I'm going to start chucking my hands at it. Okay, if my body stops, there's no other way this club head is moving to the golf ball other than my arms. So two options: take it through with my body or stop my body and throw my hands at it. The second one here is about what 85% of golfers do. So I see a lot of drills out there to how to fix early extension. I shouldn't be trying to fix early extension. I should be trying to fix stalled out rotation. I'll give you an example. If I draw a line here in front of the ball, and I get focused on hitting down on the ball, and that's going to help me stay in this position, maybe. It actually might help to stay in this position, but not the right way. I want to stay in this position because my body rotates. I don't want to stay in this position and try to hold off. So anybody who stops rotating, if I paint a line in front of them, they may cover better actually. They may get a little bit on if it's an iron. But the problem is they're going to end up pushing their hands forward. I even teach my students all the time. I'll tell them, you've got to learn to bring the hands from here to here with the body. And then I'll see them do this over and over and over, and I'll go, no, you're moving your hands and arms. I said, stick it right here and just move your body. That's all we're trying to do, okay? So, pushing a line in there, if I don't teach them to rotate, means they're going to push their hands forward. I think that's worse. I honestly think you can do more damage by shoving your hands out in front of you than you can, even if I'm trying to hit a stinger. I'm not doing this. I'm just holding off my release while I turn my body. So, that's one option. So the symptoms are pretty clear. If we're looking at early extensions, we see two symptoms. Okay, number one is you'll see somebody come in here and they'll slow down and their hands will take over and there's no room here, so they end up standing up. They do this move as they come in, and that creates some problems, some inconsistencies. Where's the ground? How much stand up is the right amount for me to hit the ball? I don't know, but I know it's hard to repeat. Second thing that's happening when I do this is as I stand up, my hands are releasing here, so this club head is flipping through this area. That creates inconsistency on left and right. Contact's a problem, direction's a problem. The other symptom for an early release is instead of standing up, and I think this is the worst fix, is people will come down, stall out, and they will bend their elbows, and they do what we call chicken winging, because there's no room here. I can't just stand here and release. So I've got to figure out either stand up or I'm going to chicken wing it. And if they do this, that again is to create room here for them to come through here without hitting the ground so hard. And they can, but now we're talking about how much of that is perfect for good contact and how am I going to get some speed, because the symptom here after the swing starts to look like this. Kind of summarizing, I'm talking about if you want to fix early extension, if you're chicken winged at impact and you're standing up at impact, there's not any of these drills with draw the line and all this that's going to help you. What you need to do is learn how to turn through here. You need to learn to rotate through here and then naturally let the club release out there. It's not the fact that you're releasing, it's you're releasing this side of the golf ball instead of that side of the golf ball, okay? So you stop early release with better body rotation, quiet hands, not pushing them, quiet hands here, the body takes over from here, and then the hands release.